Welcome back to ADHD Whiskey. My name is Matt. Tonight, we're decorking, pouring, swirling and twirling and sniffing and tasting and reviewing and scoring a brand new release from the Bardstown Bourbon Company in collaboration with Ferrand, or Ferrand. That's probably it. Bardstown Bourbon Company, Ferrand. Before we get in today's video, I want to let you know that we are here making this video thanks to our good friends over at IntoTheAM.com. IntoTheAM.com/ADHD is the place to go for the most comfortable, awesome shirts on the planet. I've been wearing my Into the AM hoodie religiously since it got below 50 degrees here in the great state of Colorado. Into the AM has the best basic tees, the best graphic tees, like this, like the one I'm wearing on my ginormically spectacular body. They have bomber jackets and hoodies and sweatshirts, and they just got new hats. New hats. Click on the link in the description below or use code ADHD10 at checkout. What you will receive is 10% off your order, and you'll also be supporting Porter. Now that we got the business out of the way, let's get down to business. And this business has to do with a $130 bottle of Bardstown. Ferrand. This, like every other Bardstown bottle, is beautifully shaped. The shape of their bottle cannot be replicated, unless of course it can be, in which case it can be, and I didn't know that. It has the black label. It says Bardstown Bourbon Company, Ferrand, right on the front. It says Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey, finished in cognac casks. 55% alcohol by volume, 110 proof. Do a little flip ski to the other side. Collaborative series. The Bardstown Bourbon Company's collaborative series is a celebration of kindred spirits. We partner with our favorite producers in wine, beer, and spirits to create exceptional expressions. A blend of 7 and 11-year-old Kentucky bourbons aged in Ferrand cognac casks for 8 months. This is a Patreon Cork Pop shout out. This Patreon Cork Pop shout out goes out to a patron of mine whose name has been chanted on daytime television for years. Jerry. Thank you for being a patron. Thank you for all the support. Thank you for being you, Jerry Castleberry. Jerry. Friggin' nailed that. There are no mash bills on here in regard to the 7-year and 11-year Kentucky Straight Bourbons, so we don't have an estimation of where they could have come from. We don't know if this came from one distillery or 2 distilleries or multiple distilleries. And instead of being finished for 18 months, which is typical for Bardstown Bourbon Company, this bad boy was done after 8. So it must have been great after 8. I did not ever get my hands on a bottle of the Bardstown Bourbon Company Chateau de la Baude, and I wanted that bottle so bad. That was 12-year-old MGP finished in Armagnac casks. Is Ferrand the new Chateau de la Baude? Spin it so friggin' fast. Okay. Whew. All right, going for a nose. Ooh. Hello. Magic. Oh. Mixed berry jam. Lots of breakfast notes here. Yes. Hints of strawberry. You open up a bag of fresh dates. Rip it open. Smell it. Dates. It's like a breakfast date after a night of making love. It is glorious. Hint of a cinnamon stick. A real life cinnamon stick. If you're agitated, transfer your anger and aggression to your glass and agitate your whiskey. I do feel like it really helped the nose jump out of the glass. Oh yeah. Smells a little bit like a blueberry beer from the Veerling restaurant in Marquette, Michigan. Let's let this cognac meet my gall sack down the hatch. Wow. That gave me goosebumps. That's weird. What the heck? It's like a jolt of bourbon energy just pulsing through my veins. There isn't a single nurse or blood getter specialist, whatever they're called, phlebotomist, maybe. There's not a professional blood extractor on the planet that can find a single vein of mine. But this cognac finished bourbon whiskey literally started flowing through them the second I poured it down my throat. Thick and potent. Thick, potent, energetic. 3 words that describe this bourbon. Thick because viscous and mouth coating. Potent because, whoa, it really hits hard and immediately. Energetic because it is just living in there and jumping all around. Flavor, dark flavor. Coffee, strong, not even coffee, it's more of an espresso, a dark fruit espresso, heavy on the espresso, double shot of espresso. This flavor is ultra dark. I would consider this to be ultra dark. For 110 proof, it packs so much flavor. That tastes like you found a $400 brownie in a leather couch. That is some espresso and Mackinac Island fudge. This is a very, very good finished whiskey. Very, very good finished bourbon. The cognac plays super well with the bourbons, and the way that they've melded together is great. It is different, it's unique, and it's a bit of a thinker because you're like, what in the heck is that dark? Just so you know, this is not a sponsored video from Bardstown Bourbon Company. They did not send me this bottle. They did not pay for this bottle. They're not going to reimburse me for this bottle. I paid $130 or $139 plus tax for this bad batch out of my pocket, and I am happy that I did because it is ridiculously good. I really enjoy it. It's different. This could actually belong in its own category. It's a different animal. This is a silverback Tricera tiger. I don't know how limited these are, but if you know where one is at, I can't even recommend that you run out and buy it, even though I'm going to give it a great score. It's so different and so unique and so dark and chocolatey and coffee-like that you need to try it before you buy it. Unless, of course, $140 ain't nothing to you. If you're just spending $140 all willy-nilly, then sure, go buy it, and if you don't like it, no big deal. Bardstown Bourbon Company, Ferrand, receives a score of 8.6. Bardstown Bourbon Company, Ferrand. It's great. My name is Matt. This is ADHD Whiskey. And like I always say, keep your head in the clouds, but your mind on fake candles. Because fake candles replicate regular candles pretty well. You can see from back there. They do a pretty decent job of replicating real candles without the danger of lighting your life on fire. And by life, I mean all your bourbon whiskey. It's just a light. They're just little tiny flickering lights inside of a fake candle. How badass is that? It's like, oh, you're flickering, but you're not even on fire. Wow, it's amazing. I love it. They do require AA batteries, though, which aren't cheap. Setting something on fire is cheaper as long as that fire is contained to what you set on fire. Because if that fire gets outside of the designated fire zone, then you got problems. Then it costs more than AA batteries. Then it costs like multiple packs of AA batteries. Candles are also romantic. They are an aphrodisiac for the eyes. Kind of like me. Kind of like me wearing an IntoTheAM t-shirt. Or no t-shirt. Aphrodisiac, Forshesiac.